We've learned in earlier classes that animals get food from plants and other animals. In this video, I'll be talking about mode of intake of food and its utilization in the body of human beings. The food that we eat consists of complex substance, which are broken down into simpler substance in the process called digestion, so that it can be easily utilized by the body. Let's have a look at some of the foods animals eat and their mode of feeding. As animals feed on plants and other animals to derive energy to sustain life, similarly, plants also derive energy from food for growth and sustenance. I've uploaded videos on mode of nutrition in autotrophs as well as heterotrophs separately. The link is given in the description box. At the end of the video, I'll be sharing some really amazing facts about human body. So, keep watching till the end. Let's move on to digestion in humans. The food that we take through mouth is digested and utilized. The unused part of the food is defecated. Let's see what happens to the food we eat. The 5 major stages through which the food passes are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. In this video, I'll be talking about each of these stages in detail. So, keep watching till the end. The food passes through a canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. The canal is divided into different compartments. The buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. Together they are called the alimentary canal or digestive tract. The food gets digested as it travels through these canals. The digestive juices secreted by the inner walls of the stomach, the small intestine, and glands like the salivary gland, the liver, and the pancreas convert the complex substances of food into simpler ones. The mouth and the buccal cavity. The food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process is called ingestion. The food is chewed in the mouth by different set of teeth performing different function. The teeth breaks down food into small pieces. The first stage of digestion begins here. The saliva breaks down the starch into sugars. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back of the floor of the buccal cavity. It helps in swallowing food after mixing it with saliva. The tongue has different areas which detect sweet, salty, sour, and bitter substance. Let's see what happens to the swallowed food. The swallowed food passes through the food pipe or the esophagus, which runs along the neck and the chest. The movement of the wall of the food pipe pushes down the food through the alimentary canal. The food which is not accepted by the stomach is vomited out. The stomach is a flattened, J-shaped, thick-walled bag. It's the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe and passes it on to the small intestine. The food in the stomach undergoes certain process. Let's see what they are. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucose, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. The mucose protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills the bacteria that comes with the food. It also makes a medium in the stomach acidic, which helps the digestive juices break down the proteins into simpler substances. The small intestine is a 7.5 meter long, coil-like structure which receives secretions from the liver and the pancreas, and its wall also secretes juices. The partly digested food reaches the lower part of the small intestine. Here, the intestinal juices complete the digestion of all components of food. The carbohydrates get broken into simple sugar or glucose. Fats get broken into fatty acids and glycerol. Protein gets broken into amino acids. The liver is a reddish-brown gland on the upper part of the right side of the abdomen. It is the largest gland in the body. It secretes bile juice, which is stored in a sac called gallbladder, which plays an important role in the digestion of fats. A large cream-colored gland located below the stomach called pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which converts carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into simpler forms. Now let's find out how absorption of food takes place in the small intestine. The digested food passes through the blood vessels in the wall of the intestine. This process is called digestion. The inner wall of the small intestine has villi, which absorbs the digested food material. The absorbed substance are transported through the blood vessels to different organs of the body. There, it's used to build complex substance such as the protein required by the body. This process is called assimilation. The thousands of finger-like outgrowths in the inner walls of the small intestine are called villi. The villi increases the surface area for absorption of the digested food. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface which absorbs the digested food material. The large intestine is wider and shorter, and it's about 1.5 meters long. The food that is unabsorbed by the small intestine enters the large intestine. Here, the large intestine absorbs water and some salt from the unabsorbed food material. The remaining water passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. The anus removes the fecal matter. This is called egestion. Time to share some really interesting facts about human body. Did you know that every hour about 1 billion cells of the human body are replaced? Do you know that the average human head has about 1 lakh hair? You'll be amazed to know that the heart beats more than 2.5 billion times in an average life. The strongest muscle in the body is the tongue. You blink over 10 million times a year, and the human brain weighs about 3 pounds. Do you know that only 10% of the population are left-handed? The most sensitive finger is the index finger of our hand. Hope this video was useful. Please be sure to share it with your friends and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I'll be soon uploading a video on intake of food and digestion in grass-eating animals and microorganisms. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for notification on new videos. Your comments are a great source of motivation to us. So please drop your comments on the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching.